What's up, ladies and gentlemen? BC here. Welcome back to another video. Wanted to go over some of the best practices that I can give you for me that have helped me kind of stay ripped and lean year round. Seems to be a popular subject amongst some of the stuff that I've been talking about, you know, calisthenics and all the other stuff. So I wanted to tell you what's been working for me, and I recommend you do the same because from youth to now getting into middle age, I still see that this stuff works. All right. The first one is this. I've talked about this recently, and that video is doing good. Fasting, right? You want to incorporate some fasting. I don't care what type of body type you are. It's very good to clean up the body, get the engine cleared out, just reestablish yourself. I don't care if you do like carb cycling or whatever style that you do, because I know there's a million out there. Fasting is one of the best things to get your head right, get your discipline in order when it comes to food, giving your body a break, and then cleaning out your system and making your metabolism more efficient. If there's one thing that I've learned through my studies and just observation and also in life, is that as we gain weight and we accumulate more fat, that is what slows down our metabolism. It's not us getting older and all these other things, right? So you get older, you naturally lose muscle, and that leads to you also slowing down your metabolism. But it's a direct reflection of that loss in your muscle, right? Most of it is that. So I know for a fact that if I'm fasting, right, no matter what my diet is like, no matter what, you know, style or routine that I'm following, because I know there's a million out there, like I said earlier, it's one of the best ways to just clean out the system, reset, and make sure that you're staying on your goals. Even if you went overboard on a cheat meal or whatever you did, the fasting for me has always brought me back to ground zero, kept me good, kept me straight, allowed me to clean my system, keeps me feeling good. And the better I feel and the more clear my head is, the better I'm going to be every day, more consistent I'm going to be, more energy I'm going to have, the better I'm going to sleep, and all the other things that ultimately long-term lead to you having the best results. So for sure, fasting is huge. Highly recommend that you incorporate fasting. I did a video previously. You can check that one out, and it'll give you some ideas if you're new to it, okay? The second one is this. And this is something I've been doing my whole life, but now as an adult, I've actually made sure that I do it 2 or 3 times a week, and it's running sprints. I think running sprints is like the fountain of youth. It's the best bang for your buck. I like feeling strong and explosive. It burns a shit ton of calories. It has that afterburn effect where you keep burning calories, you know, the next day and later that same day that you're doing the sprints. And I think it's one of those ways to get a very high efficient workout in and not a lot of time. You see, when I go, I'll run sprints for 20 minutes, not even that much longer. And then I'll walk for like another 15, 20 minutes. So I get a great workout in 30, 45 minutes. It's outside. I'm getting some sun. I got my shirt off. I'm not in a crowded gym. I'm by myself. You could even put your little ear pods in if that's your thing. But I think that's another reason that I stay so lean, is I'm always doing that explosive kind of sprint style. And I think that's huge. Now, something else that you can do that would, in a way, be equivalent to this is add some sort of sport or thing that you do that in that same amount of time, you can do a similar movement, like boxing, right? It's explosive and it can be quick. Playing basketball, right? Where you're sprinting up and down the court, right? If you don't want to run sprints, do something similar to that. Because if you're doing that even 2, maybe 3 days a week, I think it's going to be great for you to stay more lean, get your engine burning. And it's just something that I've noticed has always led to me staying ripped, staying good, being more disciplined, right? Getting good sleep, and all the other things that I talked about on the previous point, right? And the last one, I think, and this is key, is how we bring this thing together. And for me, it's been some sort of weight training or now calisthenics in combination with these other types of exercises like sprinting and doing that. So in a week, as an example, to break it down, let's say 2 or 3 days out of the week, you did a sprint workout, or you played basketball, you did boxing, and let's say you alternated that every other time, like you did boxing, played basketball, and sprinted, you know, all in a week. And then on the other days, you did your weight training, your CrossFit, you know, your calisthenics, whatever you do. Now you're really going to be a lean, mean machine because you're combining both. You're getting the benefits of building muscle and doing all the stuff like hypertrophy and all that stuff, and you're getting the actual aerobic exercise in of running, staying in shape, keeping your lungs, and really making sure that as an athlete, you're highly functional. Because I do plyometrics and a bunch of other stuff too, but really the meat and bones of it is the sprinting and some of the boxing stuff that I do, which I usually combine those workouts or I alternate them. And then I'm doing predominantly calisthenics with some weights. I'm like 80, 90% calisthenics, 10, 20% weights. And most of the weighted stuff is weighted calisthenics. And that's how I'm staying lean and staying looking good, even going into my 40s now. So in a nutshell, that's kind of the three-piece recipe that I've used to stay ripped. I recommend you do the same thing, even if you're busy, right? Because I've transitioning from being an athlete to being in my professional career, those first couple of years, it was tough because I had to wake up early and really make sure that I got to bed on time. And I had a very strict schedule for many, many years, and I was still able to do this and stay in really good shape. And if it's a priority for you, you can do the same. Cool. Leave me a comment below. If you need any help, reach out to me. You can check out my main channel too, which is all sales and real estate stuff if you're interested in that. But we'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.